Hey guys, Levi J's pre-T. Sorry I didn't post anything Friday or Saturday, but it's the beginning of the week, Sunday, and I wanted to share a story with you guys about my suppression. And my suppression of being a girl was a long journey. I've lived as a girl for 14 years. Yes, 14 years. I have been very gender dysphoric, which gender dysphoric means you're just insecure about your gender and who you are, and you're just very lost. Like, I have voice dysphoria, bottom dysphoria, I have a lot of body dysphoria and gender dysphoria, period. But the thing is that living as a girl showed me some things that now I take in consideration, you know, like transitioning. I started transitioning in ninth grade, and I dressed like a girl beginning of ninth grade, and that was just not me. That was just someone else looking back, like looking back at the years that I've lived as a girl. Those days, those memories were just not me. And I know that sometimes it's hard to believe that, like, how can you just one day be a different gender than you are? But that's just how it was. Like, looking back at how I used to be and everything that happened, like, that really affected who I am today. Being transgender, that's who I am. I've never felt so confident. Yes, I have gender dysphoria, but there's a difference from when I used to be a girl and I used to be so insecure with myself. I didn't know who the heck I was. Then I started transitioning and expressing who I wanted to become and who I am, like dressing like a guy, shopping in the guys section, wearing guys' shoes and clothes and stuff like that. Like, those things made me happy. Like, when I got my first guy clothes, I was really happy that I was able to express who I was. Now, when I was a girl and dressing up like a girl, it was hard for me to express who I was because it just didn't feel like me. It didn't feel genuine, and it's just weird. But the thing is, this journey that I'm sharing with you guys is something that's very important to me. It's something that I'm passionate about this transition. And being transgender is just me. Like, you guys have to accept that's me. It's not going to change. Like, me being on pre-T and then me going on T, like, those are journeys that I want to share with you guys, and some people have not been able to accept it as other people can and do. But I'm hoping that once they understand my suppression of being a girl all these years, maybe they'd understand now. Like, it was a struggle. Everything was a struggle for me. Dressing up, wearing dresses. Like I told you guys, my mom saw the signs as I was a kid, but just didn't know what the label was or what it was. She thought it was just, oh, you're a tomboy, you're gonna grow out of it. And I told my mom I was gay when I was 7 years old. I told my mom I liked girls when I was 7 years old. And she told me I was too young. She told me, you're too young to know that, So me as a 7-year-old kid saying that that's wrong, okay, never mind, your parent's right. Your parent is always right. So you shouldn't express how you feel. So after that, I've always had that attraction to girls, but I always had in the back of my head, that's wrong. Your mom said that's wrong. That you shouldn't like girls because you're too young, And in the back of my head also, I was thinking, when is the right time to tell my mom that I still like girls? Like, what was the age that I could tell my mom, Like, if I was too young, if it was wrong of me to like girls and I was too young, then when when was it right for me to like girls, you know? I've always had that attraction to girls, and I just didn't know how to express that to my mom or to myself, because when I was dressing up like a girl, it just didn't feel right. Like, I always looked at myself as male when I was with a girl. If I was with a girl, I always looked at myself as the male. All the time, every time. I always thought about that. So that's when I knew something was up, but I just didn't want to act towards it. I didn't know how to express it. And it's sad that I didn't know how. I didn't know what to do. And then freshman year, I met a transgender, and he educated me on what transgender was, and I educated myself, and I was like, this is me. This has always been me, and nothing has changed from that. So when I started getting the clothes I wanted, expressing myself and who I am, that technical difficulties, I hate having technical difficulties. Let me tell you why. I'm doing this on my phone, and I don't have enough storage. But anyways, expressing myself and becoming who I am, like, that made me so happy and relieved in a way, because I've been suppressing my attraction towards girls and my own gender for a very long time, and that's hard. But it was really hard not knowing who the heck I was for like 14, 15 years. Just dressing up in girl clothes, feeling very uncomfortable, and not knowing what to do with myself. And only now I'm expressing who I am. I'm becoming who I am, and that's making me happy, you guys. Like, I just want to stress how happy I have become coming out as transgender. I know that I get a lot of hate from people, but the love that I get from my family, the support I get from my family, is a different story. It really is, and I can't stress it enough. I love them, you know. I love my family for how much they've made me become who I am with any hardships, you know. And it's crazy that they're finally letting me go through my transition. And honestly, I'm just blessed. And part 2 of my technical difficulties. Anyways, to conclude this video, I just want to say that I love my family, and I love the support I'm getting from my friends. And just to let you guys know, I'm happier with who I am today than I was 15 years ago. And I want you guys to understand that I've suppressed who I was for a very long time. Imagine living in the wrong body for 15 years. That is exactly what I was doing. 15 years in the wrong body, not knowing who I was, lost in the world, not knowing. And that's who I was. It was difficult, you guys, and you guys have to understand that. So if you guys don't support me now, I hope you guys do, because this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to be. And I know it's going to take time for you guys who don't accept me, so time to understand me. But you guys could always ask me questions. You guys could always comment and ask me questions with anything. And if you guys ask me questions, maybe that will be the next video about questions about being trans. Any questions you guys want to ask me for being transgender, go for it. Just comment below and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Levi J's Pretty.